Good morning, book lovers of the internet. Welcome back to my channel. So I'd like to take this opportunity to thank you for 800 subscribers. And in today's video, I am going to be letting you know which books I bought or received in the month of September of 2023 this year. So it was a semi-great reading month for me. However, it was a great book buying month because I managed to either buy or receive 10 books in total, and I am going to first begin with the non-fiction books, which I bought or received. I have 5 of those, and another 5 fiction books, which I bought or received. So I ordered the first one from a site called Awesome Books. I certainly recommend this website. They have great prices, and books get delivered relatively quickly. And the first book is The Wolf of Wall Street, which I suppose the movie is based off of. So I watched the 3-hour movie a few months ago, and it was fantastic. I enjoyed it tremendously. And this is an extremely hefty book, which I am sure it will take me a few weeks to get through. And yeah, I couldn't just see it for a very good price and not purchase it online. So that is the book which I had to buy because of the movie, I suppose. Next is Chris Broad's book, Abroad in Japan. I made a review of this a couple of days ago, which you can watch whenever you like. I highly recommend that you do. This was a tremendous read, and I recommend it to anybody who hasn't yet heard of or read of it or read it yet. The next book was recommended to me on a WhatsApp group I follow, which encompasses a lot of Maltese bookstagrammers, and it's called 10 Arguments for Deleting Your Social Media Accounts Right Now by Jaron Lanier, I suppose. And recently, especially in recent months, it's become quite an issue. I end up wasting so many hours scrolling through social media endlessly, not learning anything new, and depriving myself intellectually. So I'd like to read this. It's quite a short book, a few hundred pages, and yeah, see whether it manages to change my opinions of social media. As you know, I am a very frequent user of social media, and I also upload a lot to YouTube and Instagram and have a couple of followers here and there, so it might not be as easy to convince me to get rid of my accounts as it will be for other people, I'm sure. The next book is this one, called The Accidental Billionaires, based on the movie called The Social Network, which I also watched just a few weeks ago. And this one is based on the story of the creation of Facebook and Mark Zuckerberg's life, and how he managed to ruin the lives of a few people, and how he tries to justify that, or what the intent of his website might even be. And I want to become an entrepreneur myself, so I'm not that technologically inclined, but I have a few ideas which I think are very interesting, and I'd like to see whether this book manages to motivate me to do what I need to do in order to become successful and extremely wealthy. The final non-fiction book I have for you today is this one, called Beneath the Surface by Michael Phelps. And as you might know from a few of my videos, I am a swimmer. Swimming is definitely my favorite sport, and I've been practicing the sport for many years, several years now. And Michael Phelps is one of those people I look up to tremendously, and I wanted to see his story and understand his life to once again see whether it could motivate me or inspire me in any way, shape, or form, because I already love swimming very much, and I thought that Phelps' consistency would help me apply that to my own life. So next we're going to move on to the fiction books, which my mother, a few of which my mother bought me last month, and these are the final, I believe, 2 installments of the Before the Coffee Gets Cold series. They are called Before Your Memory Fades by Toshikazu Kawaguchi, who is a Japanese author, and Before We Say Goodbye. I actually kind of like the pink cover better than the dark blue one in this case, and I must be honest here, I didn't particularly enjoy the first 2 books in the series, but I thought that the general idea, the sentimental values in the stories are interesting, and I thought I've read half the series already, why not complete it, you know? And I look forward to reading these two, especially since the last book is relatively short compared to the others, and it feels as though it will only take me a couple of hours to get through. The next book, which I also have to read for university purposes, my father gave me. I'm not sure whether he gave me this or whether he lent me this, but he allowed me to borrow it, I suppose. This one is called The Road by Cormac McCarthy. He already had it in his collection, and I intend to read this as soon as possible because I need to catch up on my university readings now that it's my second week already. I have no clue who Cormac McCarthy is. I've hardly ever heard of him or what he does. And yeah, I guess I look forward to see what the story is about, whether it's autobiographical or whether it's a fiction novel. I have absolutely no clue. I'm walking into this genre completely blind, I suppose. The final two books I spoke about already in a previous video. However, I'll mention them again since I bought them from Spain in September, just a week ago. The first one is called Convenience Store Woman by Sayaka Murata, and I mentioned that I want to read this as soon as possible because many people say that it's quite deranged and that her stories tend to make people mentally ill, I suppose, and that is completely up my alley. And the final book I'll be discussing today is called Pygmy by Palaniak. And as I mentioned, I read Fight Club just a few months ago, watched the movie as well, brilliant, and I wanted to read more by this author. So those are the books I bought in the month of September, some of which I want to read in October, others which it might take me a few months to get to, and one of which I've already read. I like the selection of books I bought or received in the month of October, you know. Half of them are fiction books, half of them are non-fiction, and recently I've been almost unintentionally reading a lot of non-fiction books, which isn't something that I am very used to. So it's quite weird to see how there's this distribution going on, and I'm not really even paying attention to that. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please let me know which of these books you look forward to seeing me review the most in the future. And as usual, if you enjoyed this, make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, and of course, let me know what you think. It will help me improve my content, and I hope to see you very, very soon in another video. Thank you for watching.